move on to a different question. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with the Washington Post. I have a theory that the Washington Post is like a 137-year-old technology company, and you guys will probably think I'm crazy, but I'm not. The thing is that they have a team in there that creates their own advertising technology, and they take this advertising technology and then they license it to other publishers. It's making them tens of millions of dollars. It's a very small team. I hear the technology is good. And they're, if you talk to them, they'll be like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we paying others to use their technology when we could just build it ourselves? Publishers should invest in engineering teams and build their own technology. It seems to be doing well for them, but not everyone's owned by Jeff Bezos. So does anyone have any thoughts on that? Like, what do you think about like a publisher maybe building their own technology?
Yeah, I think it's a very good point, but I mean, we don't have the resources to build it's this very simple question. I mean, if you reduce the scale of the Washington Times, you divide it by 100, you get a traditional publisher in Europe or in Spain. And again, I think publishers, we are struggling. We are very short-term focused, and we have our main source of revenue declining. So publishers in general need to breathe now, need air, oxygen. They can, what you're talking about is about building an engineering team, putting resources, and maybe getting some ROI in 5 years, which is amazing, but no one has these resources. I would say, at least in Spain. So it's difficult. I think small publishers don't have the capacity to do this, and then we have to rely on ad tech, and then they pay their fees and whatever, and we know the rest of the history.
Very good. Does anyone else have any other questions?
Yeah. Why don't we make the question is like, 10 years ago, print newspapers were paying for the printers, or were they renting them? So I guess that.
Yeah. Exactly
20 years ago, people was owning them, maintaining them, and doing lots of things. Nowadays, I think that the only guy having like printers is Group Godó in Spain, right? So and they license them to all the other
to their competition, even.
Exactly, yeah. And this has became like a commodity, right? So you need to know what's your business and do it well. So and you don't need to do everything else.